Hello, and welcome to the Participant Recruitment and Mobilization Rich Family Endowment module, or welcome anyone not part of the Rich Family Endowment who is doing a student-led community-based project. We are going to talk today briefly and then set you off to do a brainstorming worksheet. So we're going to first talk about a little reflection on who you are looking to recruit. So first, I'd like you to kind of take a look at this slide and think about all of the different stakeholders within your project. So there's you, the student leaders, the CCL staff. You might have been connected with an alumni mentor. You might have other advisors. You definitely have a community partner. You might have some secondary community partners. And then really we want to hone in on the participants today, but we want you to think of all of these stakeholders as kind of the network surrounding your project, and think critically about the different roles that they all play. So take some time before you move on to reflect with your group members or on your own, if you're doing this on your own, about who are the participants, what is their role going to look like, and what are you hoping that they get out of your project and contribute to your project. Why do you need participants in your project, and what does that participation look like? So once you have a good sense of that, we'll move on to the really refining how you communicate those goals. And so we want to think about participants as mutually beneficial partners in a similar way that we think about our community partners as being mutually beneficial. And so a few different things to think about as you're figuring out what you want to communicate as your recruitment pitch. First, you want to think about how are you leveraging your participants to enhance the capacity of your project. So what are you able to tell them you wouldn't be able to accomplish without them? Secondly, what will participants learn or gain from joining your project? These participants might be fellow Rice students who are volunteering with you. They might be local youth or high school students who are going to be participating alongside you, or you might be delivering curriculum to them. So really think what is the role of the participant? What are they going to learn or gain from joining your project? And then lastly, what kind of particular context makes this opportunity accessible or exciting or timely or relevant? What can you kind of tie in that the participants, your audience, will care about that should be motivating them to be part of this? And you can tie all of that together in any order that you choose, and you will have your recruitment pitch. So take some time to work on that with your fellow group leaders. And then the last piece, which we have a worksheet for, briefly on the slide, I'll talk about it, but then I'm going to point you towards a worksheet that will help you think through these things more strategically. So once you know why you want participants, what you're going to tell those participants in your recruitment, then you can move on to a broad brainstorm of who and how to reach them. So you might have you might be looking for fellow college students, you might be looking for younger students, but you want to start thinking basically who's interested in your topic, who's impacted by your topic, and who has the skills, if you're looking for volunteers to be working alongside you, who has the skills related to the work that you're looking for. And this is a brief list of people to consider or groups to consider, but I will also show you this worksheet that you can access on the module as well, on recruitment and outreach inventorying. So there's a little note here about not boxing yourself in. This is the time to think really broadly, and then you can narrow it down based on what you come up with and who responds to you. So first you want to think about your networks. So who do you know that might be interested? What student groups or extracurriculars have you participated in that might have intersecting interests? What courses have you taken? Who is in them and who is teaching them that might have intersecting interests? And what about anyone else, community partners or other folks off campus that you might have met or engaged with? And then moving on to CCL's network, so kind of broadening out a little bit from you as leaders, and giving you some starting points to do your own research and look into who you would like contact information for, and then let me know and I can help you out with that. So both with current Rice students who have been involved in CCL in the past, and then also partners who might have different high school or youth contacts in the greater Houston area. And then lastly, the biggest level of the network that I put on the brainstorming sheet is Rice's networks. So I've linked out to a list of all student organizations. You can think about other groups of students who might be interested that you don't know, but could send out an email to their listserv. Lists of all departments and majors. Again, every department or major has a listserv, and you can usually find a faculty or staff member who can help you post to that if you send them your pitch and why you think their students would be interested. And lastly, Rice alumni. There's a couple different ways to search for Rice alumni, and those might be some great contacts, especially if you're looking for youth in the Houston area. And then it's time to put that recruitment pitch together with all of the contacts that you brainstorm here, and hopefully get some good responses. All right, that is it for the video. Encourage you to, one, reflect on what role you want the participants to be playing, what exactly it is that you're looking for, and why you need participants in your project. 2, brainstorm on your recruitment pitch, putting these 3 pieces together. And then 3, fill out your recruitment worksheet. All right,